Hello friends, welcome to Best Readouts. In this video, we are going to revise over the theory of index numbers and solve MCQs. Before going further studies, subscribe to my channel Best Readouts not to miss anything. Let us first revise over the theory of index numbers and its formulae, and then we'll go for the MCQs. There are three kinds of index numbers. First is price index, second is quantity index, third is value index. So what is in general index number? Changes in general in the level of prices measured by statistical tool are index numbers. For example, suppose in 2005 the price of rice per kg was rupees 10 and now in 2020 it is rupees 72. Then 2005 is the base year and 2020 is the current year. We want to see the change in the price of rice from 2005 to 2020 per kg. Now here we are saying giving the unit per kg, but when we calculate index number, we don't use any unit. So base year price is taken as 100, and with respect to that, what is the current price is given by index number. Generally, index number is represented in percent as base year price is taken as 100 for the price index. If it is a quantity index, the base year quantity will be taken as 100. So what is the base year basically? Base year is the year with respect to which we are measuring the changes, either in the prices or in quantities or in the values. So statistically, there are different ways to define index numbers. The one which I liked is, I felt as simplest one is, an index number is a single ratio usually expressed as percent or as percentage that measures aggregate or average change in several variables between two different times, places or situations. The common examples of index numbers, as we know, are Nifty, Sensex. Now, the types of indices, as we've said, first is price index, second is quantity index, and third is value index number. So now let us see the notations. P0 is the price of a commodity in the base year. Now what is the base year? Again to revise, base period. The base period of an index number is the period against which comparisons are made. Current period, the present period is called the current period of an index number. So in the example which you have seen just now, 2005 is the base year, 2020 is the current year. So prices with respect to 2005 will be P0, for prices for 2020 P1, quantities for 2005 Q0, quantities for 2020 Q1. So this is just an example. Q0 is the quantity produced, purchased or consumed of a commodity in the base year. P1 is the price of a commodity in the current year. Q1, quantity either produced, purchased or consumed of a commodity in the current year. W is the weight assigned to a commodity according to its relative importance in the group. Index I is a simple index. It is also called the price relative. It is given by I equal to P1 upon P0 into 100. Now, again the notations or terminology is used. P01 is the price index for the current year with respect to base year. So, basically 0 stands for base year, 1 stands for current year. Q stands for quantity, P stands for price, V stands for value. So Q01 is quantity index for the current year with respect to the base year. V01 is the value index for the current year with respect to the base year. Now how to construct index numbers? There are different methods by which we calculate index numbers. First, simple aggregate method, and second is weighted aggregate method. Here weights will be given by different methods. So let us see them. Now first method is simple aggregate method. So to calculate simple price index using simple aggregate method, the formula is the required price index is given by P01 equal to sum P1 upon sum P0 into 100. So how to calculate it? We will be given the column for P0, column for P1. Let us add the values in the column for P0 and for P1. So they are denoted by sum P0 and sum P1. So substitute them in this formula to get the price index number by simple aggregate method. Now to calculate quantity index number using simple aggregate method, here P gets replaced by Q in the earlier formula. So Q01, the quantity index number using simple aggregate method, is given by sum Q1 upon sum Q0 into 100. Into 100 because we are representing index number in percent. So basically we will be given the columns for Q0 and Q1. Add the values of Q0, add for the values of Q1 and substitute in this formula Q01 equal to sum Q1 by sum Q0 into 100 to get the quantity index number using simple aggregate method. Next, now what is left is simple value index number using simple aggregate method. So here we calculate sum P0 Q0, sum P1 Q1 and substitute in the formula V01 equal to sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100 to get the value index V01. Again it is the formula has into 100 means the index number is represented in terms of percentage. So how to calculate or what is the method of calculation for V01? We will be given the columns of P0, P1, then Q0, Q1. Now next, we will obtain P1, Q1 by multiplying the quantities in the corresponding columns. So multiplying these two terms, we get here P1, Q1. Similarly, the next terms will go on multiplying to get the last term. Add, we get some P1, Q1. Similarly, multiply the terms in the column of P0 and Q0. So these two will be multiplied to get the first number here P0, Q0. Multiply till last so that we can add. Now I don't have space there, but yeah, I have. So sum P0 Q0 we get by adding that column of numbers for P0 Q0 in the column of P0 Q0 of course, and then substitute these two, sum P1 Q1, sum P0 Q0 in the formula V01 to get the value index number using simple aggregate method. Now let us see weighted aggregate method for calculating index numbers for prices, quantities and values. Price index number using weightages. The formula is P01 equal to sum P1W upon sum P0W into 100. How to calculate this? We will be given the columns of P0, P1 and W. Next, we will calculate P0W, P1W. 1 minute. P1W and add them P0W and P1W and substitute in this formula to get the price index using which method? Weighted aggregate method. Now, so weights, how to select the weights? That is a basic problem actually in calculating the index numbers. But different persons have given different formulae, and according to last pair, he has taken weights as Q0, quantities consumed or produced in the base year, as the weights. So the price index given by last pair is given by P01, L stands for last pair, equal to sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100. Now next, Pache had taken Q1 quantities in the current year as the weights. So the price index given by Pache is given by P01P. P stands for Pache is sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100. Next is Dorbish-Bowley price index number. Dorbish-Bowley has given the price index number formula by sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 plus sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 whole divided by 2. So basically he has taken aggregate or average of last pairs and Pache's formula into 100. Next, Fisher's ideal price index number. Fisher had taken geometric mean of last pairs and Pache's index numbers. So index number is given by price index by Fisher under root sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100. So just to abbreviate again, Dorbish-Bowley had taken averages of last pairs and Pache's numbers to get the price index, and Fisher has taken geometric mean of the last pairs and Pache's index number. Now similarly, quantity and value index can be, or indices can be calculated for last pairs, Pache's and Dorbish-Bowley, and of course by Fisher. Now next, Marshall-Edwards price index number. It is given by sum P1 into Q0 plus Q1 upon sum P0 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 into 100. So basically in the formula given by Marshall-Edwards for price index, the weights are taken as Q0 plus Q1. Let's see the MCQs based on index numbers. Choose correct alternatives. First, price index number by simple aggregate method is given by. Now we know the formula for price index number by simple aggregate method. It is given by sum P1 upon sum P0 into 100, which is given in option C. So that is the correct option. Question 2. Quantity index number by simple aggregate method is given by. Now we know the formula sum Q1 upon sum Q0 into 100. So option C is the correct option. Question 3. Value index number by simple aggregate method is given by. Now we have seen its formula which is given by value index number by simple aggregate method is given by sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100. So correct alternative is D. Price index number by weighted aggregate method is given by. Its formula is given by sum P1W upon sum P0W into 100. So correct alternative is C. Next is quantity index number by weighted aggregate method. It is given by, now we know it is given by sum Q1W upon sum Q0W into 100. So option C is the correct option. Question 6. Value index number by weighted aggregate method is given by. Now its formula is given by sum P1 Q1W upon sum P0 Q0W into 100. So option D is the correct option. Laspers price index is the seventh question. This index number by Laspers is given by sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100. So option C is the correct option. Question 8. Parsh's index number is given by. Now Parsh's index number is given by sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100. So option D is the correct option. Now question 9 is Dorbish-Bowley price index number. It is given by sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 plus sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 whole divided by 2 into 100. So option C is the correct option. Question 10. Fisher's price index number is given by. Now it is the geometric mean of Laspers and Parsh's index numbers. So it is here under root sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100. So option A is the correct option. Question 11. Marshall Ashworth's price index number is given by. We have seen the formula. It is sum over P1 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 upon sum P0 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 into 100. So option A is the correct option. Question 12. Walsh's price index number is given by. Sum P1 into under root Q0 into Q1 upon sum P0 into under root Q0 Q1 into 100. So option A is the correct option. Next are fill in the blanks. Question 1. Price index number by simple aggregate method is given by. As we have seen, it is given by sum P1 upon sum P0 into 100. Quantity index number by simple aggregate method is the question 2. It is given by sum Q1 upon sum Q0 into 100. Value index number is asked in question 3 by simple aggregate method. It is given by sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100. Question 4. Price index number by weighted aggregate method is given by sum P1W upon sum P0W into 100. Next question 5. Quantity index number by weighted aggregate method is given by sum Q1W upon sum Q0W into 100. Question 6. Value index number by weighted aggregate method is given by sum P1 Q1W upon sum P0 Q0W into 100. Seventh question. Laspers price index number is given by sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100. Parsh's index number in question 8 is asked. Answer is sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100. Dorbish-Bowley price index number is asked in question 9. So I'm going to write it in short form. It is Laspers index plus Parsh's index by 2. Question 10. Fisher's price index number. It is the geometric mean of Laspers and Parsh's. Now Laspers and Parsh's we can pick up from question 7 and 8 up. and we can just write. Here I have less space, so I'm not writing it again. I'm writing in short form. So this is 7th is L and 8th is P. Features is F. Say for us, not the general. Just for explanation, I've written the short forms, not the routinized short forms. Marshall-Edgeworth price index number is given by. It is sum P1 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 upon sum P0 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 into 100. Now question 12. Walsh's price index number is given by sum P1 into root Q0 Q1 upon sum P0 into root Q0 Q1 into 100. Now next is state whether true or false. Question 1. Sum P1 upon sum P0 into 100 is price index number by simple aggregate method. True. Question 2. Sum Q0 upon sum Q1 into 100 is the quantity index number by simple aggregate method. False. Question 3. Sum P0 Q0 upon P1 Q1 into 100 is the value index number by simple aggregate method. False. Question 4. Sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100 is Pasch's price index number. False. Pasch's weights are Q1. Question 5. Sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100 is Laspey's price index number. False. Here the weights had to be Q0. Question 6. Sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into 100 is Dorbish-Bowley's price index number. False. Question 7. Half into under root sum P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 plus root P1 Q1 upon root P0 Q1 into 100 is Fisher's price index number. False. Question 8. Sum P0 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 upon sum P1 into bracket Q0 plus Q1 into 100 is Marshall-Edgeworth's price index number. False. Question 9. Sum P0 into under root Q0 into Q1 upon sum P1 into root Q0 into Q1 into 100 is Walsh's price index number. False. Lastly, question 10. Under root P1 Q0 upon sum P0 Q0 into under root sum P1 Q1 upon sum P0 Q1 into 100 is Fisher's price index number. False. Friends, thank you for watching the channel Best Redux.